Welcome to Simple Conversation with ASG.
Father of five, it must be a lot more than just exercise, I would imagine.
Yeah, for sure. The oldest one of our sons is 21, the youngest is 7, and the others are somewhat in between. And there is a lot of action in our house. Not physically, but sometimes a bit more verbally. Yeah, that's what's going on.
Yeah, have you found as obviously you added more to your family? Did you find that each one was harder or easier because you had done it before?
Whew, great question. Neither, neither harder nor easier because my wife and we've grown both into each and every one of our sons. Some couples say it's harder, some say it gets easier. For sure, in experience in regard to what the toddler or the baby experiences and what they need, yeah, for sure, it's easier. But as they grow older and bigger, other challenges arise. So it's always something going on.
That was my next question. I was just about to say, as you have all sons, being a son myself, I know how crazy young boys can be. Can you, as you said, it gets harder as they get older. What is it that gets harder? Because you'd always assume that little kids running around, especially young boys, or they're all guns blazing, hell to the wall. I couldn't imagine that getting older would be more difficult.
Yeah. So what gets harder? I guess it's when it comes to authority, um, to do what we as parents ask from them. That gets a bit harder because when they get older, they seek to find their own way, make their own decisions, and sometimes they collide with ours. And so that's a delicate balance in getting from them what we know they should do and leaving them enough room to make their own experiences and mistakes and learn from them.
It's incredible the way you keep referencing and mentioning making their own decisions and having their own experiences, because I'm sure you've seen this yourself in other fathers and other mothers that they try and almost live their unfulfilled dreams through their kids. Is there a way that you found to hold back on that? Because I can imagine if you've had five sons as a man yourself, there's definitely things that you would probably went through in life that you wish maybe they achieved more on than you did. Is it easier? Is it harder to pull away from that and let them have their own experiences, so to speak?
Um, yeah, for us, we made the decision, my wife and I, that if it's possible for us, we would support them in their ideas as long as they don't collide with our faith and what we think what's right for us as parents and what we are um, leading with in our family, then we will support them. What we don't want is to do something similar what like our parents did, and you've mentioned it, that they tried to um, maybe it's a bit hard of a word, but oppose something from their dreams on their children, And sometimes when we have a discussion, it comes up a bit that we um, didn't do this or that, or didn't choose what they thought would be right for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's also part of life. And yeah, that's about it.
So you mentioned obviously you've got kids from all different age ranges. I would imagine, as you said, one of your sons is 21. So back when he was a kid, the social media wouldn't have been as big as it is now. I remember whenever I was a kid, I'm 25, and I
Yeah.
barely even knew what social media was. It was only kind of hotting up. So for your kids now that you said mentioned 1-7, are you kind of not? No, I wouldn't say kind of getting off social media, but are you kind of being more mindful of what they consume or how much of social media they do consume?
Um, this is a tricky question. Um, my wife and I, we decided that our boys get a smartphone only at age 15, and they should go and work for it. If they want one, they have to buy one themselves. That was the first prerequisite. The other one was we put time restrictions on their IP address via our internet provider, and it worked uh, up to a certain age. And it's around when they're around 18, then we give them free room because they have to learn how to manage it themselves. That's one point, and the other one is that they also have to manage the consequences if they stay up late and have to go out of bed early for school or study. That's when they experience the late nights and have to deal with it the next day. So, yeah, that was our approach. If we can't say for sure that it's a great one because it's too difficult for each parent, especially this topic with social media. But I guess most parents try their best when they're aware of the dangers of social media. But from what I've heard and read online or in chats or in discussions, most parents aren't that self-aware about the dangers of social media because they are constantly on there themselves.